Three, two, one, go. Hello. Hey, how you doing? It is Steve the Baxman Baxley. I welcome you to the humble abode, and I welcome you to the living room. Let me show you just how much of our studio I have left clean, while everything just falls completely apart. There we go. Oh boy. This is what I get for buying cheap things. No, just kidding. This is where I'm going to be in about maybe a week. So hopefully everything will go completely wunderbar. Okay. Dandelion Fluff, hey, how are you? And I'm happy that you can finally watch me at a time zone. I'm back in a time zone where I can catch your show. That is forever cool. How you doing? How's everything? And oh boy, this is just too good to be true, folks. Okay, how are we going to do this? Because, okay, hang on, folks. Gotta do a little. Okay. Live television is amazing when things definitely have a way of going wrong. There we go. Now, if I just don't move for a while, can we up the part there? I was in Orlando. I was in Ontario taking care of my mom for a couple of weeks. That is very noble because not many people know that when I was 18, I paused my life to take care of my parents. And a lot of people thought I was crazy to do that. And I said, nope, they took care of me. I should take care of them. And I did to the best of my ability. And the result is what you are seeing here because I miss them. And to them, I dedicate my little home. And I don't know if the camera can catch it, but if I tilt here, that cross right there was a Christmas present by a friend of mine. And I once said that when I got my first place, the big guy is welcomed in. And that proves it right there. Anyway, taking care of parents is a noble deed. And I can tell you from experience, it is one that will definitely humble you and will make you feel very good. Anyway, let's get on with it. We're going to do a lot of things now. Tomorrow, I got some big things tomorrow, including I'm going to show you what's going on Friday. Here in Jackson, we got a convention for horror movie geeks, and that is called Blood Bash. And the horror movies they show is like maybe 10 to 15 minutes long. I'm going to see if I can't get a program. If not, I'm going to find out how I can get it so I can share with you what is coming up. Whoa, and what almost came down. There we go. Okay. How can you cast it to TV? This is okay. Wait a minute. I got a better idea. Can we that way things won't go down? Okay, we are going to go to the scores. Ah, there we are. Hi. There we are. Okay, let's go to the scoreboard. And we're going to do things rather unusual. After all, you're watching this show. Okay, let us give you the NHL tonight, featuring the scores, stories, and highlights from today's game. Your host, Dave Hodge. That was my Dick Irwin impression from the days when the CBC had Hockey Night in Canada all to their little selves. Okay, let's go to it. One game still being played. That is the Minnesota Wild and Chicago Blackhawks. They have just went into the second intermission. Wild and Blackhawks tied at 1. Two final scores for you. And here they be, and here they are, and here they am. Okay. The New York Rangers, Tampa Bay Lightning. Unfortunately, the Lightning fizzled. In this game, the Rangers won. 3-1 was the final score. Vesey, Brodinski, and Quick for the Rangers. Left winger, Vesey, Brodinski, the center, and Quick, the goalie. They're your 3 stars of the game. Vesey with 2 goals, Brodinski with 1 goal, and Quick with 18 saves. So that was a little fun, wasn't it? Yes. Yes, it were. All right, let's get back here. And sorry to say for you Maple Leaf fans out there, well, I'm not sorry. I'm glad. Maple Leafs beat the Dallas Stars 5-4. The 3 stars, I keep forgetting to do the 3 stars. My apologies. The 3 stars for the game. Right winger Nylander, 2 goals, 1 assist. Center Tavares had a 1 goal and 2 assists. And for Dallas, right winger Dadonov had 2 goals. Beautiful game. Beautiful. So there's your NHL scoreboard. Let's check and see the standings if we can. Thank you. Love when we can do the standings. I take it we're doing the standings. Yes, we are. Thank you. Okay, in the Eastern Conference, the big 3 are the Bruins on top with 71 points. Panthers in second with 66. Maple Leafs in third with 60. The Tampa Bay Lightning in fourth with 26. Oh, excuse me, I'm reading the wrong things here. So with 60. Lightning with 59. Red Wings in fifth with 58. Les Canadiens de Montréal with 50. Sabres in seventh with 48 points. Let's see, Canadians with 50, Sabres with 48. And the Ottawa Senators in eighth place with 42 points. In the Metropolitan, this is the Eastern Conference we're doing. Metropolitan Division, Rangers with 67 points in the top of the heap. Carolina Hurricanes in second with 61. Flyers in third with 58. Islanders in fourth with 54. Penguins in fifth with 53. Devils in sixth, also with 53. Capitals in seventh with 51. And the Blue Jackets bringing up the rear at 42. In the Western Conference, let's take a look at the Central Division. The Colorado Avalanche with 68 points, along with the Dallas Stars, also with 68. But percentage-wise, they're in second. Winnipeg Jets in third with 65 points. Fourth place, St. Louis Blues with 54, along with the Nashville Predators in fifth place with 54. Arizona Coyotes in sixth with 49, Minnesota Wild in seventh with 47, and the Chicago Blackhawks in dead last with 30 points. Pacific Division, the Vancouver Canucks with 73. They are literally running away with this. The Golden Knights, and I'm going to try to stop saying Vegas Golden Knights are in second with 66. Edmonton Oilers in third with 59. LA Kings in fourth with 56. Seattle Kraken in fifth with 52. Calgary Flames in sixth with 51. The not so mighty Anaheim Ducks in seventh with 38. And the San Jose Sharks, they got to get their teeth fixed, much like mine. They are in last with 33 points. Now, just see who gets the. So right now, if the season were done, the Atlantic and the Metropolitan Conference, in the conference, Bruins, Panthers, and Maple Leafs are the top three in the Atlantic. In the Metropolitan, it's the Rangers, Hurricane, and Flyers, and battling for some of the top two spots in the wild card are the Lightning and the Detroit Red Wings. The rest is just pure guessing game. In the Western, Avalanche, Stars, and Jets are the top three in the Central. Canucks, Golden Knights, and Oilers are the top three in the Pacific. And for the wild card, it's too close to call. The Kings have the top spot, Blues the second spot, Predators, Kraken, and Flames all battling for that. Let's face it, they're battling for the top two spots in the wild card. It is a very tight race in the Western Conference right now. In the Eastern Conference, let's just put it this way. Well, get back there. Thank you. In the Eastern Conference, I'd say it's getting a little loose. The Rangers and Hurricane are starting to separate themselves from the herd, if you will. It's going to be an interesting race down the stretch, but that is how things go right there. Yeah, and it does feel unnatural to have Vancouver doing so well, but they are. And I think Vancouver may surprise everyone. We hope they do. Okay, let's go to the WNBA. That's the Women's National Basketball Association, because we got a little bit of news for you. The two-time MVP, Elena, I'll have to go to another game soon. Yes, you will. You should. You can. You will, I hope. Two-time MVP Elena Delle Donne, one of the best free agents left available, is stepping away from basketball, according to Ramona Shelburne. It's unclear when or if Delle Donne, who has dealt with serious and repeated injury problems in recent years, will return to the game. She has been with the Washington Mystics since 2017, but told the team early in the offseason she was unsure about her future. Even so, the Mystics used the core designation on Delle Donne, which gave them exclusive negotiating rights with the superstar forward. The core designation also comes with an automatic one-year Supermax offer, though the team and player can work on a longer deal or sign and trade. If Delle Donne wants to come back at some point, she'll have to sign with the Mystics or ask the team to trade her. Either way, Washington won't be left empty-handed should Delle Donne sit out the entire 2024 season. The Mystics could place the core designation on her again. Delle Donne had led the Mystics to their first title in franchise history in 2019 while playing through multiple herniated discs in her back. That was the beginning of an arduous multi-year journey that resulted in several nerve pain and numerous back surgeries. Delle Donne set out the 2020 season and was limited to 3 games in 2021. Upon her return in 2022, the Mystics kept her on a strict minutes and games limit. She played 25 times that allowed her to get through the season intact. She entered 2023 pain-free, and ready to return to her MVP ways, but once again saw her season cut short, this time by a series of ankle injuries. She did not look like herself as New York Liberty swept the Mystics in the first round. So we wish her well on whatever it is that she does. Okay. Today was a big day here in the States. It was signing day in America. That's when high school football players can sign with the college of their choice. It is a big deal. Don't ask me why, but it was. Now, in the past, fans were guaranteed a buffet of dramatic storylines on National Signing Day, but changes to the college football calendar have made the first Wednesday of February little more than a formal punctuation to the yearly recruiting cycle. With no major last-minute flips to speak of, the real story of this year's National Signing Day was the dominance of the new-look Big Ten and SEC. The two conferences have long held an edge when it comes to recruiting, but thanks to realignment, they are threatening to lap the field. The SEC and Big Ten boast 20 of the country's top 25 recruiting classes in 2024, according to the folks at 24/7 Sports. That includes 74% of the players ranked in the top 247. The SEC was particularly impressive. Now, of 24/7 Sports' 35 five-star recruits, 63% committed to an SEC team, and 46% of all the top 247 recruits committed to SEC schools. It marks 16 straight years the league has finished number one in recruiting rankings. The SEC was heavily bolstered by its two strongest recruiting powers, yes, in Georgia and Alabama. The Dogs brought home their first number one class since 2020 with five five-star recruits like Kalen DeBoer was able to keep Nick Saban's last recruiting class together, adding a couple of pieces of his own to help the Tide finish second. Now, the Big Ten was paced by one of its newest additions in Oregon, which finished third. Miami was the only non-Big Ten or SEC school in the top 5 at number 4. That was followed by Ohio State, Texas, LSU, Auburn, Oklahoma, and Notre Dame. Now, checking out the top 10 classes, and we're going to keep our eye on things right now. Georgia at number 1, Alabama at number 2, Oregon at number 3, Miami at number 4, Ohio State 5, Texas 6, LSU 7th, Auburn 10th. Auburn 10th, Oklahoma 8th, and Notre Dame 9th. Now, where did Michigan and Michigan State wind up, suit up? Let's see, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Auburn 10th, Clemson 11th, Florida State 12th, Tennessee 13th, Florida 14th, Penn State 15th, Michigan 16th, the national champions, at least for now. We haven't heard anything from the NCAA investigation. USC 17th, Nebraska 18th, Texas A&M 19th, 20th was Missouri, Ole Miss at 21, South Carolina at 22, Wisconsin at 23, Texas Tech 24, 25 was Kentucky, 26 North Kakalaki or North Carolina, North Carolina State 27th, Mississippi State 28th, Purdue 29th, Stanford 30th, Arkansas 31st, Iowa 32nd, Georgia Tech 33, TCU 34, UCF 35, Minnesota 36, Rutgers 37, Washington 38, Maryland 39th, Syracuse 40th, Vanderbilt 41st, and let's see, Michigan State 46th. The dead last one, literally, number 50, Cincinnati. And that is impressive. Okay. We go on. In the NBA, it's trade deadline day. That means those teams that are fighting for the playoffs, they're bulking up while the rest are just looking to see who's going to get the uh, number one basketball player, the the first round draft choice. Thank you. Right now, we take a look at the trade tracker. With Thursday's NBA trade deadline rapidly approaching, the deals are already starting to fly as teams look to either bolster their rosters or at least go for some future assets. Trades can be made up at 3 p.m. on Thursday. Atlanta Hawks guard DeJounte Murray, Detroit Pistons forward Bojan Bogdanovic, and Washington Wizards guard Kyle Kuzma. Good night. I'm off to sleep. Thanks for a hockey update. Thank you, Dandelion. Much love. Are among some of the names to watch as the deadline approaches. Now, that being said, a few minor details have already trickled in. The East leading Boston Celtics added some depth to their big rotation by picking up Xavier Tillman from the Memphis Grizzlies in exchange for a couple of second-round picks. Similarly, the West leading Minnesota Timberwolves traded for veteran point guard Monte Morris to add their push to the postseason. Right now, let's see. Minnesota, so far, the deadline tracker. Minnesota acquired Monte Morris. Detroit acquired Shake Milton, Troy Brown Jr., and a 2030 second-round draft choice, or second-round pick. Boston acquired Xavier Tillman, as we said. Memphis acquired Lamar Stevens, plus a 2027 second-round pick via the Hawks and a 2030 second-round pick via the Mavericks. Further, these are just about all the trades we have right now. Detroit acquired Simone Fontecchio. Utah Jazz acquired Kevin Knox, draft rights to Gabriel Procida, and a 2024 second-round pick via the Wizards. So there you go. Right now, that is what's tracking. And we are about to hit the halfway point in the program. By the way, I want to thank Piper for a great effort show. If you missed it, you'll see me on it. I was my usual weird self, but then again, aren't I always? Okay, let's keep going. We got other events like soccer to dissuade. And yes, there's little hockey Ontario style. So here we go. The Oakland. Now, yesterday we told you that the mayor of Las Vegas wished that the Oakland A's stayed in Oakland. But right now, the Oakland A's are now the Vegas A's, and she's going to have to live with it. Anyway, the fans, however, of the Oakland Athletics are planning another season-long boycott now that the team's relocation has been approved by MLB owners. The fan revolt will start on opening day with fans planning to tailgate outside the game without ever going in. Now, according to the Athletic, fan group the Oakland 68 and the Last Dive Bar joining forces to show their disapproval of A's owner John Fisher. Oakland fans participated in several boycotts last year, but Oakland 68's president Jorge Leon said the protests will be taken up a notch in 2024. He says, and I'm quoting, "I tell people if you think this was a crazy year, wait until next year." He told the Athletic, "We're going to go even harder." Now, the Last Dive Bar is also promoting an initiative for A's fans to donate the money they would have spent on season tickets to Schools Over Stadium, a group in Nevada trying to block public funding from the state that is slated to go towards the team's new stadium in Vegas. The fan boycott seems to be having some sort of effect on the A's, at least as far as the March 28th home opener is concerned. The Athletics are offering a buy one, get one deal for that game against the Cleveland Guardians. Now, last year, the A's were dead last in average attendance at 10,275. which is more than 1,000, that more than 4,000 fans lower than the team in 29th place, the Miami Marlins. It may just be It may be just as bad or even worse this coming season. Back in November, MLB owners unanimously approved the franchise's move to Vegas. However, again, repeating Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman said recently on a podcast that the A's should figure out a way to stay in Oakland and make their dream come true. Goodman later clarified her remarks, saying that Las Vegas would be a spectacular market for the Athletics if they are unable to find a solution in Oakland. Translation: she backed off the comments. That's right, she backed off the comments. What if, they found some help from minor league ball clubs. Well, how about instead of building a stadium, why not use where the Raiders play? I know, a little crappy idea, but still temporarily, or put them in a partnership with the Vegas team that used to be, I think, if I remember, the Vegas 59s. I think that's what they were called. Um, can we go forth? Okay. Let's do a little. They're called the Aviators, the Las Vegas Aviators. Yep, they're called the Las Vegas Aviators, formerly known as the Las Vegas 51s. So there you go, folks. And of course, the Oakland Athletics have a team here in the Mid-Michigan area. They have a farm team here in the Midwest League. Of course, I speak of the Lansing Lugnuts. Huzusky. Okay, so now a little bit of fun. Now a little bit of when the Super Bowl hits the network in the rotation of NFL media partners, it's often seen as a time of transition. Contracts can be tied into these cycles to ensure that when the network lands a big game, they can have an established team in place. It's also a natural jumping off point to end on a high note for personalities that may have been at a certain network for a long time. Now, CBS this year has the Super Bowl, and attention has turned to the longest tenured pregame show in existence. That would be the NFL Today on CBS. Recently, they paid tribute to the history of the program. Now, in the lead up to the Super Bowl, a look around sees a number of individuals with their futures in doubt at the network. Earlier this year, Andrew Marchand reported that the contracts of James Brown, Phil Simms, Bill Cowher, that the contracts of James Brown, Phil Simms, Bill Cowher, and Boomer Esiason were all expiring. Those four, I got my heat. Those four are the elder statesmen of the program, having been joined in recent years by fresh faces like Nate Burleson and J.J. Watt. Now, between the foursome, they have combined for an amazing 83 years together in their current run at CBS. Now, Simms has been part of CBS's NFL coverage since 1998. After being the network's top game analyst for almost 2 decades, he moved to the studio in 2016. Esiason joined the CBS studio in 2022, marking 22 years on the venerable NFL Today this season. He's been a sports media mainstay between his work in the studio, broadcast booth, and in the radio biz. Now, James Brown originally looked, yeah, he did look, But Brown originally worked for CBS in the 80s and 90s before shifting to Fox to anchor their early beginning of NFL coverage in 94. He returned to CBS in 2006 to lead the NFL Today. Cowher first joined CBS for the 2007 season and resisted reports and rumors that he would return to coaching almost every offseason since. Now, given the age and experience of the crew and the fact that there's been no announcement from CBS about their future, it's entirely possible that the network could move in a completely new direction with their studio coverage next year. Although they have a very conservative reputation as a network when it comes to personnel, they did reinvent their golf coverage by parting ways with Gary McCord and Peter Costas. Now, there are plenty of younger faces out there that could get a call to move to Sunday mornings. Thomas Davis and Kyle Long recently joined the CBS Sports Network pregame show. That other pregame show. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Richard Sherman, and Andrew Whitworth have worked for Amazon. Jason Kelsey could get a huge offer to become a face of the network studio coverage. Maybe Drew Brees gets another call to give TV a try. Now, given the group has been together so long, it's hard to imagine CBS picking and choosing who stays and who goes. Perhaps the network will keep Brown for another Super Bowl cycle and work in a new set of analysts. Maybe Esiason stays since he's still plugged in on a daily basis thanks to his radio show, which is simulcast on the CBS Sports cable network. But don't be surprised if this Super Bowl, it will be the last time you see one, two, or maybe all of these permanent fixtures of the NFL today together for the last time. We shall wait and see. We shall indeed wait and see. Dun, dun, dun. The New York Post is reporting that a radio station is on standby after thieves somehow stole a 200-foot radio tower in Alabama. No one's sure how the ambitious bandits made off with the heavy steel structure. WJLX station general manager Brett Elmore told WBRC Fox 6 News, "I've tried all weekend to figure it out, and I just can't. I have been in the radio business around all my life, and then in it professionally for 26 years. And I can say I've never heard of anything like this," he added. "I can say I've seen it all now." Elmore learned of the theft on Friday when a landscaping crew went to the rural tower site to maintain the property, but there wasn't much left to maintain. "When he arrived, he called me Friday. The tower is gone," the station manager explained. I said, "What do you mean the tower is gone? Are you sure you're at the right place?" He said, "The tower is gone. There is wires everywhere, and it's gone." Wow. Elmore said the radio station will work to rebuild the tower, but Elmore wants thieves to know loud and clear that he will work with investigators to find out who committed the puzzling federal crime. This really hurts a small operation like this, but like I said, I believe we will find out who did this. It is a federal crime and absolutely will not be worth it to them. If caught, the suspects would face a fine or up to 10 years in prison. In fact, this is how he tweeted it. He placed it on the station's Facebook page. "This is going to get out eventually, so I might as well make it public before it does. I have heard of thieves in this area stealing anything, but this one takes the cake. This morning, my bush hog crew went down to a tower site we have behind Marjack to do an early cleanup of the property before we did some more work down there. When he arrived, he called and notified me that not only was my building vandalized, but my 200-foot tower was gone. They stole every piece of equipment out of the building, cut the guy wires to the tower, and somehow managed to down a 200-foot tower and take it from the property. Jasper Police is investigating, and hopefully they will find out who did it. It is a federal crime to tamper with a federally licensed facility. If you have any information, please call the Jasper Police Department, and the number was given out. Wow. Hmm. Speaking of ventures, the new sports venture is not open to additional partners, so says Lachlan Murdoch. The new sports venture being launched by Fox, ESPN, and Warner Brothers Discovery isn't in the market for additional partners, according to Fox CEO Lachlan Murdoch. Speaking on Fox Corp's fiscal second quarter's earnings call on Wednesday, Murdoch said Fox remains supportive of its traditional distributors in the pay TV ecosystem and that the new venture will primarily target cord nevers. Adding new partners is not something we're considering at this stage, Murdoch said. We think that the 14 linear networks that this service offers will give people a tremendous amount of content. The current bundle would not include sports programming on networks owned by Comcast, NBC Universal, such as NBC or Paramount Global, which includes CBS. Fox's CFO, Steve Tomsic, said it was early to forecast how much Fox would have to contribute to cover operating and marketing costs. As we look at it, it will be accretive to us from a net perspective when you take into account affiliate fees that we collect as revenue. Murdoch also said that Fox does not believe the new sports bundle will accelerate cord cutting. Quote, we would not be launching this product if we thought it was going to significantly affect our affiliate partners. I think we're the biggest supporters of the traditional pay TV bundle. We think there's tremendous value in the pay TV bundle for the consumer who wants to get it all at an affordable price. Murdoch said the new sports bundle will be targeted at cord nevers and other sports fans currently not taking a pay TV bundle. Of the 125 million U.S. TV households, about half, or 60 million, are not in the traditional bundled ecosystem. So the opportunity is huge. Murdoch added that the risk of the new sports bundle would cause more people to cut the cable cord, hurting assets like Fox News, was very low. That channel and that brand really drives tremendous viewership and audience engagement for distribution. And we think it'll continue to do so within the traditional pay TV bundle. Wells Fargo analyst Stephen Cahill was skeptical the joint venture wouldn't hurt networks like the Fox News channel. Quote, Fox said they're confident that the sports streaming joint venture with Disney and WBD won't disrupt the traditional pay TV ecosystem. We are not yet convinced and think it's a gamble to give bundle subs additional options, Cahill said. We expect the sports streaming joint venture to improve the reach and value of Fox Sports Business through higher ARPU and more overall subscribers. We think this could come at the expense of Fox News affiliate revenue. Despite forming a joint venture with two rivals, Murdoch said Fox will still be competing for sports rights, sports viewers, and sports ad dollars. Murdoch said Fox has been monitoring the streaming space for several years, and the partners have been developing the new venture for months. 2 words, good and luck. Excusez-moi. Let's see, of course, White Sox ballpark in the South Loop is still being discussed. NASCAR has announced that now NASCAR's Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum had troubles way out of organizers' control. The biggest was the weather. Noahic deluge due to arrive on race day Sunday that forced NASCAR to run the race Saturday night. Word of that decision came just hours before Saturday night's 5 p.m. green flag. Hence, the stands were sparsely filled. A fan attendance figure was not released, but a completely unscientific eyeballing of the stands returned an estimated 15,000 in the LA Coliseum. That's just, guessing, a guesstimate. Likewise, TV viewership took a big hit. Adam Stern of Sports Business Journal posted on X that viewership of the Clash on Fox Sports 1 was 1.511 million viewers, down from the first two editions of the Clash. Both were held on Sundays with no rain. 4.283 million Clash TV viewers in 2022 and 3.647 million last year. Everyone likes an armchair Monday morning quarterback. So how about this? Almost all weather services have been predicting heavy rain for Sunday, days before NASCAR finally made its decision. Had the call to race Saturday been made sooner, not only would more people have shown up at the Coliseum, but TV viewers would have been more likely to hear about the change. NASCAR Chief Operating Officer Steve O'Donnell said in announcing the move to Saturday, "What we're doing right now is unprecedented. It is in the best interest of the fans. It's going to be an inconvenience, certainly, for those who had tickets and are really looking forward to this. We're going to reach out to every single fan to see what we can do to make good on their end. But this was our best option for us to at least see some racing, get people tuning in on FS1, and also those who are already coming out to put a race on for them. NASCAR is doing the right thing and refunding all ticket holders their money." And there you go, right there. So they're going to do something, they're going to make things right for the fans, and that's pretty much okay. Dale Earnhardt has revealed that his NASCAR TV contract with NBC ended, but he is negotiating with NBC to get a new one. Cable TV and broadcast TV expected to see revenue drop in 2024. Plans are announced for new distinctive digital music stations as extensions for BBC Radio 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Talladega Speedway unveiled their rebranded track logo. By the way, speaking of logos, do we have it here? Those of you who have a bank account with Flagstar Bank know that they have a new logo, and if you were driving around Jackson, you saw it before they covered it up with the old logo. And here is the logo they covered up. We can get to it. Okay, hopefully you can see this. This is Flagstar's new logo that was mistakenly shown in the at their Jackson branch across from Jackson Crossing. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, interesting. So it's nice and modern. Looks good. Looks nice. Okay. It was nice. Let's see here. Oh, as a tribute to Carl Weathers, the late great actor who played Apollo Creed, he will still appear. He did a commercial. He did a FanDuel Super Bowl commercial that will still air, though it will be updated to put in, of course, the memoriam, Carl Weathers, his birth and his passing. Now, yeah, we got a little time. Let us proceed, shall we? Yep. Go there. We go there. Then we'll hit you up with some stuff that. Okay, let's give you the big news. Tony Khan's latest big announcement officially branded the upcoming March 13th episode of AEW Dynamite as big business, following up on a tweet from the official TD Garden account earlier today. Now, according to Fightful Select, and as anyone with a shrewd eye may have gleaned from the graphic, the special episode will feature the AEW debut of Mercedes Moné. The report from both Fightful and Andrew Zarian of Macked Men Radio specified that Moné, formerly Sasha Banks in the WWE, has been under contract with AEW since at least early January, and though other debut dates have been considered, Wednesday's announcement in conjunction with the debut in Moné's hometown of Boston has been finalized 4 weeks. Now, from a contract perspective, it was reported by Fightful that WWE confirmed talks in late December with the former Women's Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion, but they weren't able to come to terms. Moné, prior to that, appeared on screen in the crowd at All In August, AEW All In, leading to speculation she might debut for the company soon after, but nothing materialized there. Khan called the event one of the most important nights ever in AEW and a night that the entire pro wrestling industry will remember. So, TBS coming up in March 13th on TBS. We shall watch and see what happens. So, there you go. It was an announced debut without being a debut. Vince McMahon's business, since being purchased by Endeavor Group, and of course the whole thing turning into TKO Group, well, it has been very much sort of taken the wrestling world by a big headache. Now, in one report, by the way, from Wrestling Inc., the WWE executives knew about Ashley Massaro's sexual assault claim despite the denials. And I tell you this, it is with the recent fallout surrounding sex trafficking allegations leveled at Vince McMahon, Massaro's claims have come back to bite McMahon in the fanny. And now that there's been confirmation, now that there's possible confirmation, wow. McMahon resigned from all duties at TKO Group Holdings after the allegations against him, as well as Laurinaitis' confirmation, were revealed. So now the question is, Netflix signed a very huge deal to broadcast WWE Raw starting in 2025. A huge deal. One question, now that what was denied, now that this controversy, this scandal has literally exploded in not only Vince McMahon's face, but now John Laurinaitis' face, and in fact now engulfing the WWE, one has to wonder if Netflix is starting to have buyer's remorse and could even attempt to, if you'll excuse the expression, pull out of the deal, because this might damage the product. Hey, Keely, how you doing? What's going on? This is, you caught us, we're about nearing the tail end of my sportscast. Steve Baxley, Steve the Baxman Baxley, otherwise known as Lugnut 6. I am doing fantastic. And we're going to recap some of the action, some of the scores, and some of the stories. And then we will call it a night, and I will tease tomorrow night's broadcast. By the way, our show Monday through Saturday, 11:35 in the East, 8:35 p.m. on the West Coast. Sunday we're on at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. on the West Coast. Everyone else, figure out your own time zones. But anyway, let's update some of the action today. Let's update some of the action. Fourth quarter, 3:20. Fourth quarter, we'll just say 3 minutes left in the National Basketball Association. Pelicans lead the Clippers 110-97. In earlier games, the Cleveland Cavaliers defeated the Washington Wizards by a score of 114-106. Los Raptors de Toronto defeated the Charlotte Hornets 123-117. Warriors defeated the 76ers 127-104. Heat over the Spurs 116-104. Hawks lose to the Celtics 125-117. Pistons beat the Kings 133-120. Let's see. Let's get over to the hockey. That's downwards. Yeah, let's get to the hockey. Let's take you to the hockey. We got literally all finals. Rangers beat the Lightning 3-1. Maple Leafs over the Stars 5-4. And the Minnesota Wild take down the Blackhawks 2-1. In soccer action, in Liga MX or Liga Mexico, Pachuca defeated Lyon 3-2. And in this Bundesliga, Mainz 05 and FC Union Berlin tied at 1-1. Tomorrow, here are the games that are going to take place. In the NBA, Warriors will take on the Pacers. Spurs take on the Mavericks. Warriors take on the Pacers. Spurs take on the Magic. Cavaliers will take on the Nets. Mavericks take on the Knicks. All those games between 7 and 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock games, Timberwolves and Bucks. Bulls, Grizzlies. 9 o'clock, it's Jazz and the Suns. And at 10 o'clock, Nuggets, Lakers, and Pistons, Trail Blazers. 2 games in men's college basketball. Arizona and Utah will be on at 8 o'clock, and FAU and UAB will be at 9. In women's basketball, there are a lot of games going to take place. The 11 a.m. games will be Marist Fairfield, North Alabama versus Stetson, along with Western Carolina taking on Wofford, Binghamton, and Albany at 11 a.m. 2 o'clock game will be UC down by the riverside, yeah. Versus Cal Baker. 4 p.m. game, Riders versus Mount St. Mary. 6 o'clock games are New Jersey Tech, Vermont, UMBC, and UMass Lowell, Morehead State and SIUE, Arkansas, Florida, Little Rock, Western Illinois, Tennessee State, Lindenwood, East Illinois, Southern Indiana University, Notre Dame and Louisville, Clemson, Miami of Florida, Virginia and Boston College, Bryant, New Hampshire at 6:03. 6:15 we'll have Tennessee Tech and Southeast Missouri State. 6:30 games will be Kennesaw State and Bellarmine. 6:30 Loyola Chicago and LaSalle. 7 o'clock Robert Morris in Detroit. Queens and Eastern Kentucky. UNCG and Furman. Michigan State and Indiana. Siena and Iona. Niagara at Manhattan. ETSU Mercer. Come on. Thank you. ETSU and Mercer. Youngstown State, Oakland, Missouri, South Carolina, Quinnipiac, and St. Peter's. Central Arkansas, FGCU, Tennessee, Alabama, Northwestern Illinois, Seattle, Abilene Christian, Chattanooga, Samford, Cal Baptist, UT Arlington, St. Joseph's and George Mason, McNeese State and Houston Christian, Wake Forest, Duke, Florida State, Pittsburgh, Illinois State, Northern Iowa, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Bradley, Drake, Liberty, Middle Tennessee. 7:30 games, Texas A&M and Texas A&M and Ole Miss, Georgia and Mississippi State, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, and UT Rio Grande Valley. 7:30 games also. Houston, Kansas, Texas A&M, CC, Nichols State, New Orleans, Northwestern State, Southeast Louisiana, Texas A&M, Community, and Lamar and Incarnate Word. 8 o'clock games, Northern Kentucky, Green Bay, IU, PUI, Milwaukee, Utah Valley, Tarleton State, North Dakota, Nebraska, Omaha, South Dakota, Denver, North Dakota State, UMKC, St. Thomas, Minnesota, Oral Roberts, Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Utah Tech, Southern Utah, Penn State, Iowa at 9, Ohio State, Minnesota at 9, LSU, Vanderbilt at 9, Northern Arizona and Montana at 9, North Colorado, Montana State also at 9 o'clock. The rest of the 9 o'clock games, USCB, University of California, Santa Barbara, University of California, Irvine, Cal State, Northridge, Cal Poly, Pepperdine and Gonzaga, LMU, Portland, St. Mary, San Francisco, San Diego State, Santa Clara, Weber State, Portland State. 9:30, you got Idaho State and Sacramento State. 10 o'clock games, UC Davis and Cal State Fullerton, and Hawaii and UC San Diego. And, of course, tomorrow is round 1 of the WM Phoenix Open. Good luck. NHL action. 7 o'clock games, Canucks, Bruins, Capitals, Panthers, Flames, Devils, Jets, Flyers, Avalanche, Hurricane. The 8 o'clock games are Lightning and the Islanders, and the 9 o'clock game is Golden Knights and Coyotes. Whew. Man, is that a lot in sports? Tomorrow, not only will we give you all that, we'll give you all the latest sports and entertainment news, plus we're going to preview Blood Bash here in Jackson at the Commonwealth Commerce Center. Friday night, they are going to show, it's going to be horror films. These horror films are only like 15 minutes long and pretty much a little, shall we say, creatively nuts. And Saturday is the official Blood Bash. I will try to do a live stream of the event and give you at least some of what is going on there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have a show on Friday, and I do know possibly Friday and Saturday, I'm going to see if I can do a live stream from where I will be staying at. If I can't, then I should be back Sunday night. Well, I'll probably be back Monday afternoon. I have no idea what's going to happen on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday is the Super Bowl. I'm going to see if I can't do a show from my friend's home. If not, then I will probably be leaving their home and coming back to right here. And I might be a little late, but still, there will be a show Sunday night. We start at midnight. We might start at about 12:30. It all depends on what my friend Angie says, if we can do a live stream. So keep it here. If not, we'll let you know. But there will be, I don't know, there will be something. I guarantee you. It might be on Monday night, but I will find out before anything. So thank you all very much, and we will see you tomorrow right here, 11:35 to 12:35. Thank you all very much. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley. We will be back here tomorrow night, same time, same laborious channel, and I hope you're there too. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Steve the Baxman Baxley. Arrivederci. Good night, everybody. This has been a presentation of the L2C Media Network and Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with, well, nobody. Well, maybe you two. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night.